Hey, it's Aysia. For this tutorial, I will show you my go-to makeup look from start to finish, so stay tuned. Alright, and we're going to jump right into eyebrows. Today I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow in the color Ebony. To start off, I'm going to line the tops and bottoms of my eyebrow. I'm really horrible at freestyling brows, so this helps me to keep everything nice and clean. After lining, I'm going to slowly start to smudge product into the inner portion of my eyebrow. I pay special attention to the front of my eyebrows because I don't want it to look too fake, so I'm going to use lighter motions here. Again, I'm going to line the top and bottom of my brow, smudge some color into the inner portion, and then a special trick, I'm going to use upward strokes at the very tip of my eyebrow to mimic natural hair growth. Once I'm all done, I'm going to take the spoolie portion of my dual brush and brush out any crusties. To clean up my eyebrows, I'm going to be using my Born This Way concealer in the color Tan. Using the applicator, I just line the tops and bottoms of my brow. Then I'm going to go in using my Morphe 705 pointed concealer brush, and I'm going to go around my eyebrow, just clean up all those lines. And I also blend out the concealer during this step so I don't look like a crazy person. When I conceal the top of my eyebrow, I don't really focus too much on arching anything. I just clean up the lines, but at the bottom, I really want to make sure I get that nice high arch that I want. After carving out my eyebrows with concealer, I kind of blend on my eyelid because I use that as a primer. That's my little cheat. And then I'm going to just do finishing touches. I touch my eyebrows so much, it's kind of ridiculous. Okay, and I promise this is the last step for my eyebrows. I'm going to do a quick brush, and then I'm going to reline the tops and bottoms of my eyebrow just so it's super sharp, super fleeky. To prime the rest of my face, I'm going to be using my NYX Photo Loving Primer, and I'm going to vigorously apply that all over my face, making sure not to attack my eyebrows. Oh, Tay, you get the point. I'm just rubbing my face. And next, I'm going to set that primer using my Nye Banana Powder. Taking my Juvia's Place Mini Masquerade palette, I'm going to use a fluffy blending brush and go into Zulu, and I'm going to apply that color into my crease very liberally. To blend out this first shade, I'm going to use windshield wiper motions in my Urban Decay blending brush, and I blend it along the outlines of my shadow. After blending, I'm going to go in with the same blending brush as the first step, and I'm going to deepen up that copper color. To deepen up my crease, I'm going to use my Morphe 507 brush in Fulani, and I'm going to apply that lightly. To blend everything together, I'm going to apply Zulu on top using the same blending brush as earlier. I really wanted this to be a blown out natural eyeshadow look, so I'm going to use my Urban Decay brush from earlier, and I'm going to blend along the outsides of my eyeshadow. Taking Casablanca in this flat shadow brush from BH Cosmetics, I'm going to apply this super shimmery shadow all over my lid. And because I'm not very neat, I'm going to once again use my Urban Decay brush, and I'm going to try to blend some of that shadow in together. Then I'm going to go in with Fulani and Zulu, and I'm going to deepen up my smoky eye. Taking Dahlia in the fluffy shadow portion of my dual brush from Urban Decay, I'm going to lightly apply that shade into the inner crease of my eye. Finally, I'm going to apply some eyeliner, and it's off to the face. Using my foundation brush by Morphe, I'm going to apply Born This Way foundation in the color Caramel all over my skin. I make sure to apply the foundation all over my face, being very careful not to ruin my eyebrows that I just worked forever on. And then I make sure to apply it along my neck and around my nose ring as well, because that's a problem that I have to deal with. After I apply my foundation all over my face, I'm just going to lightly dab all over my face using a damp beauty blender. It's super weird to watch all the strange faces that I make when I do this, but this helps to give the foundation a very skin-like appearance. To conceal, I'm going to use my all-time favorite Born This Way concealer in the color Tan. I'm going to draw these super funky triangles under my eyes, making sure not to ruin my eyeshadow. I blended my concealer 2 different ways today, just because I wanted a little bit more highlight than usual. I'm going to go in with a damp beauty blender for my initial blending, and then I'm going to go in with a angled stippling brush so that I can really get under my eye without disrupting the rest of my shadows. This angled brush is from Morphe. I love this thing. It literally gets in all the crevices that you can't reach by yourself. After I made sure that there were no harsh lines, I moved down my face along the concealer just so I could blend out all of that highlight without getting rid of the product. You know, beauty blenders like soak up everything, so I didn't want to take away too much highlight. Okay, please just excuse the super terrifying way that I'm going to look this entire time. To set my concealer, I'm going to use my Nye Banana Powder and a powder brush by Morphe. I haven't been traditionally baking that often. I don't know. I don't dislike baking, but I'm very impatient, so this way I just get it right into the concealer, suck up all that extra oil, and I keep it going. After I apply all of my translucent powder, I'm just going to lightly brush off any extra powder using this giant brush. To bronze and contour my face, I will be using my black Radiance contour palette in the color medium to dark. I love this thing. It's like the only thing I'll ever let touch my face when it comes to contour and highlighting. So I'm going to use the contour color all over my hairline, along my cheekbones as well, just to kind of warm them up, along my jawline, down my neck, just so I'm all the same color and I'm nice and brown. To carve out my cheeks, I'm going to use this flat brush that I got from H&M. I think it was like $2. And I'm going to dip into the contour color and lightly shade right under my cheekbones. Taking the brush that I used to bronze my entire face, I'm going to use short motions upward, kind of to blend out that contour color without getting rid of it, so I can look nice and chiseled. Kind of like Squidward when he was handsome. That's what I'm going for. To make my cheeks nice and rosy, I'm going to use Love Hangover from my Love Flush palette by Too Faced. And I'm just going to apply that all over the tops of my cheeks using a powder brush. I feel like I just said that like super harsh, but I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and that's like right next to Kentucky, and so sometimes I sound like a country bumpkin, and I can't say Too Faced Flush, Face Flush. What is it called again? Well, I can't say it, so that's why it sounded like I was focusing. Anyway, so my contouring of my nose is super simple. I just take this angled brush by BH Cosmetics and I dip into the bronzer shade from my contour palette, and then I do up and down motions on my nose. Nothing too fancy. To highlight my face today, I'm going to use my Laura Geller's Gilded Honey. I'm going to apply that using my fingertips on the very tip of my nose. Then I'm going to apply it along the bridge of my nose, making sure to rub it in just using my fingers. To clean up my highlighting, I'm going to use the angled brush that I used to bronze my nose. I'm just going to quickly swipe down the sides of my nose and at the very top to make a cute little button. I just think it's so adorable. To continue my quest to become Squidward when he's handsome, I need to highlight my Cupid's bow. To do so, I use ColourPop's Churro along my Cupid's bow. I just make I draw an 11 on my face basically. That's what happens. It's an 11. Then I go in with the bronzer brush and I just lightly brush in between my Cupid's bow and on the side so I'm not too ashy. To highlight my cheekbones, I'll be using Laura Geller's Gilded Honey once again, and I will be using this 73 Sephora brush. And finally, I'm going to set my face by dousing it in All Nighter by Urban Decay. For my lips, I'm going to mix 2 colors, 2 of my favorite colors actually. The first color is going to be Dubai by NYX. It is a soft matte lip cream. I love this color. It's like the most perfect brown for me. And next, I'm going to top off Dubai using Coco Beam by Gerard Cosmetics. Taking the brush with Zulu on it, I'm just going to lightly smudge some of that shade into my lower lash line. And taking my black Radiance liquid liner, I'm going to create a very dramatic wing. To do this, I normally line up the very end or the tip of my eyeliner wing with the end of my eyebrow. So that's my little trick on how to make your eyeliner super snatched. My go-to mascara is of course my NYX Pinup Dolls. I was ranting and raving about how wonderful it was in my last video, so I'm going to keep it going in this one. So I'm just going to apply mascara to the tops and bottom lashes. The eyelashes that I'm going to wear are my Ardell 105 eyelashes. I'm just going to apply those using my Duo eyelash glue. And to apply these babies, I'm just going to place them on the outer portion of my eyelash and lightly pinch until they are perfectly in place. And this is my completed look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please hit a thumbs up down below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. All details will be listed below as well. See you in my next tutorial.